Let me tell you why. I'm talking about my own point of view. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my own point of view and what I feel is right. It gives you peace of mind. Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel, guys. Thank you for tuning in again. Do you like my makeup? Oh, I look stunning. Yes, I know. If you watch my previous video, you will see my brow tutorials. This is the same brow. I just used the makeup and make it look more pretty. So on today's episode, guys, I'm going to be asking a question, and I'm also going to be giving my point of view. And the question is, should you tell your partner or spouse about your past relationship? Like, if you were the one, would you tell your partner or your spouse about your past relationship? For me, I think it's a very big yes. It's a yes, yes, yes. In cases I have seen, I feel like, let me tell you a quick story. There's this married couple that I used to know. The husband was into politics and he wanted to run for a seat as at the time. During this election, you know about one thing about politicians now. When it's time for election, they start trying to dig out things that they've done in the past and everything. At the end of the day, they dug out some things about the wife at the past, which the wife never told the husband. And this led to something serious that made him lose the seat. The husband lost his election. She also lost her marriage. For me, I feel like being truthful about your past is the best thing that can ever happen to you. Let me tell you why. I'm talking about my own point of view. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my own point of view and what I feel is right. It gives you peace of mind. See, there's this inner peace that you have. There is not that you know that there's this inner peace that you have that nothing any man or anybody can use to blackmail me or blackmail you. If you ever feel like you should tell your husband about your past, let me tell you a story about a prostitute. There's this prostitute that was married to this young man, and she told the young man about her past. She was a prostitute. They met in a very decent place, and he got interested and he got married. When he told him about the past, when she told him about the past, it was quite upset. But because he loved her so much, he got married to her. After the wedding, she found out that one of her customers, a proposed customer, while she was still in the lane of prostitution, was her husband's friend. Then he started to blackmail her, calling her, telling her that he's going to tell her husband that he was one of the customer, blah 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 blah. And she reminded the husband that, hello honey, this is it, and this and this and this is what has been happening to me for the past few years. See, it will not give people room to blackmail you. I feel like telling your husband about your past will not give people room to blackmail you. At the end of the day, he said he knew nothing. Then he invited her to the hotel. She went by informing her husband. While she got to the hotel, the husband was already at the hotel too. They both entered together. And I was like, so because my wife was once a prostitute, does it mean you can blackmail her? Let me tell you something. If she had not told her husband about her past, I'm sure she would have fallen into that trap. She would have been sleeping with him. At the end of the day, she might probably have a child for him. And at the end of the day, she lose her love of her life. She lose her marriage. Then what does she have to gain? She gains nothing. Absolutely nothing. She loses her life. She loses everything she had ever labored for. And then another thing, I feel like telling your partner about your past is a way of letting them know the real you. I know one thing for a fact. If a man loves you, he loves you. If he does not love you, he does not love you. Even if you are a prostitute, if he is in love with you, he is in love with you. If you are a Mary Mother of Jesus, if he does not love you, he does not love you. He does not care about who you are. And I believe that if you are dating me as a person, you're dating the present, you're not dating my past. I'm only telling you my past because I feel like it is something that you need to know. We need to talk to each other. We need to free our minds. We need to be able to connect to each other. So why won't you tell your spouse about your past? I feel like it will make me feel horrible if I don't tell you about my past. It's going to be like a burden. Because there are some things that, you know, that you will get to a stage in a relationship and you'll mention things that you even thought you have said. But if you have actually told your spouse about your story, when you mention it, you guys should just laugh over it. Even if you did not mention it on the norms, maybe like in your past relationship, you didn't really say it, but mistakenly you're talking about a gist or something, and that thing just came up, you feel like, oh, maybe you mentioned it to me and I forgot. Maybe I kind of forgot about it because because you guys always talk about your past. And I believe that love is a beautiful thing. Do not hide your past from your partner. It shouldn't get to the stage whereby it's more like you're in a cage. Tell him you're freeing yourself from the bondage of your past. Don't let anybody deceive you that if you tell him, he might leave you. If he really loves you like he claims he does, he will be with you. He will love you regardless. And should I remind you that telling him is letting go of your fears. It makes your life more meaningful. It adds more colors to your life. It's if you just inner peace, tell him you're freeing yourself from the bondage of your past. Do not forget that. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let any friend tell you that if you tell him, he's going to leave you. No. See, should I tell you something? Your past, it will make your life more meaningful. It should make you love him without fear, without you being scared that, okay, there's someone somewhere that will just come one day and come and expose your past to your husband, or there's someone somewhere that will just come one day or come and start blackmailing you. No. And another thing, it helps you and your partner to bond. It increases the love. It helps you to love without fear. When I say it helps you to bond, means it helps you guys to trust each other. You trust and bond well. When you say this, it means that when she's saying this is what she did, that means that is what she really did. It will leave no room for doubts. There won't be doubt in that relationship. There will be love, there will be freeness, there will be joy, there will be peace, there will be bond among you both, and there will be truthfulness. You will live happier, you will live longer, you will live healthier. That's my own point of view. What would you do if you were the one? If it is your case, would you have told your partner about your past? For me, I would. So please let us meet in the comment section. Let me know if you're going to tell your partner about your past or not, and give me the reason why you wouldn't tell if you're not going to tell him. Let's discuss in the comment section. Thank you so much for waiting this long. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for tuning into this episode again. And do not forget to like the video. Please drop your comment, drop your thought. Let's have heart-to-heart discussion. If you're new here, please subscribe and join the family. See you in my next video. Bye.